I've come to the north of Afghanistan to witness one of the most violent games known to man. And I'll be learning how to play it too. Welcome to Mazar-e-Sharif. This is where many of the great Buzkashi tournaments take place. But today, I'm spending the day wandering down the alleyways of the city's main bazaar. Good morning, everybody. Today I am here in the bazaar of Mazar-e-Sharif with my friend Reza, who's taking me around. There he is. We're having a little look at some of the local clothes, what people are selling, and how people are spending their days at the bazaar. This here is dough. So dough is basically, I think it's fermented milk, but it's a very kind of sour kind of milk that shepherds drink. It's really popular in Afghanistan, so we're going to try some of this for the first time. Here we go. Wow, it's so sour, it's so fresh. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that this aids with your digestion. I can taste it. This is bolani, one of the most popular street side snacks in Afghanistan. I've had bolani I don't know how many times, countless times, because it's one of the few vegetarian options available. So good. Perfectly fresh from the tandoor right here. So delicious. One of the main things that you should know about Afghanistan is that it's inhabited by so many different peoples, communities, ethnicities, and each one of them has its own set of traditions, even outfits, music, language, and we're about to try some of the local ethnic hats. This is an Uzbek hat, apparently, from Samarkand, Kandahar. Here we go. Here to a shop that sells burqas, and exclusively blue burqas. Now you might recognize these because in most pictures that you might see of Afghanistan, you'll probably see burqa-clad women. Now the burqa is a very important piece of clothing to Afghan women and in Afghan traditional culture. Of course, not every single woman in Afghanistan wears a burqa, but those that do it for religious and cultural reasons. It's to cover up, to be very modest, and I guess in some interpretations, invisible in the crowd. Even though I'm not planning on wearing a burqa here in Afghanistan, I am actually quite curious to see what it feels like to wear one and what it's like to be on the inside of one. How much does this one cost?
It's 750.
So about $10?
Yes, exactly about $10.
Mr. Dawood here is the shopkeeper and he sells burqas to women in need. Or alternatively, let's tourists try them on. Oh my god, I can't even find the beginning. I need some help. Oh, okay, here we go. This is it, the moment of truth. So I put this over my head. Oh my god. Here we go. What do you think? The transformation is complete. Oh my god, you know what? The crazy thing is that the burqa doesn't actually have like an opening for your eyes. It has only this net. See? This is where you see through. And you don't see very well. There's literally a net in front of your eyes at all times. And it's quite heavy, it's quite big. I can't really imagine wearing this on a daily basis, and I don't really know how women who do feel. But certainly it's a very traditional piece of clothing here in Afghanistan, and you'll see it everywhere if you come here. one more super quick stop. We are at the Blue Mosque here in Mazar-e-Sharif. This mosque is probably the most recognizable symbol of the city, but we have to go. We're in a bit of a rush, so we're not going to spend much time here. Let's do it. Alright, I'm thinking of buying this scarf. It's quite pretty and yellow, and it's traditional to the northern parts of Afghanistan, well, in the olden days. How much is it, Cam?
He said 450, but I'm sure that there is a discount. It's the first price. I think 200 is enough for this one. 250 is enough.
For this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 250 would be about $3 or $4, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can bargain this down. Alright, I got the scarf, the pashmina that I wanted, and now we're about to get out of this street bazaar. Alright, so we're off. I am here today in Afghanistan about to try something very, very special. Afghanistan's national sport and probably the most dangerous and craziest sport that you've seen in your life. Well, I'm here with Zara. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about where we are.
Oh, sure. Hi guys, I'm Zahra and we are in northern of Afghanistan. This is one of the most famous districts of Afghanistan. Its name is Tashkurgan, and we have here Mr. Aminullah Beck. He is a very famous person in Buzkashi. It is one of the most famous sports in Afghanistan.
Amazing. It's going to be a wild day. All right. Let's go and meet our host. Okay.
سلام علیکم، خوش آمدین. خوش آمدین. امین الله بیگ هستم، ولد تیمور بیگ، باشنده ولسوالی خلم، یک تن از اسبداران سابقی ولسوالی خلم. چوپاندازی و اسبداری از زمانهای سابق برای ما مثل یک میراث وری مانده. دیگه ما اسب ابلقی که فعلا عکسش دمیج است، همه بسیار اسبی بسیار خوب بوده و گوسله‌گیر بوده. در اون میدان خوب تاخت و تاز داشته. دیگه چندین گوسله‌ای خوب گرفته است که ظاهری شاد در اون زمان مدال هم دادگی است برای چوپاندازی ما. محلی مردم است، بعضی کسا شوقش داره و بعضی کسا شوقش نداره. کرای موتر داده میره سایلی بزکشی را میکنه، یا اسب خود میبره بزکشی میکنه، یا در یک ولایت دیگه باشه بزکشی، در ولایتش نباشه از اونجا اسبش در موتر میبره. خرج داره، مصرف داره بزکشی. دیگه غیر از نقص فایده نداره بزکشی. دیگه رای برد نداره غیر از رای باخت. اینا فکر کنی یک اسب نگاه کردنی برابر یک فامیل خرج و مصرف داره. یک فامیلی که 10 نفری باشه خرج و مصرف داره، یک اسب هم اما قطار یک خرج و مصرف داره. دیگه امنیتش فقط امنیتش همین است که
Do you think I can learn to play Buzkashi in one day?
تمرین داشته باشی، ورزشکار باشی، سپورتمن باشی، دیگه کمی با جرأت هم باشی. میتونی که بزکشی بکنی. این فرق نمیکنه که مرد است یا زن است یا از طبقه اوناس باشه یا ذکر باشه. کلگاه با مو شجاعت است. دیگه اینکه
Okay, he said if you want to become a chopandaz or a Buzkashi player, you have to have practice, you have to be brave, and you must have self-confidence. If you have these three things, you will become a chopandaz.
Okay, you know guys how I always say that the world belongs to the brave? Well, this is probably a great opportunity to test that sentence. Right, let's go and play some Buzkashi. Welcome to the Buzkashi field. These are the grounds where I'm going to be learning how to play Buzkashi, and this boy is called Surkhon, which means red, like deep red, quite red. I don't know exactly what it means, but he's a beautiful boy. All right, let's do this. Woohoo! ready to play. No, I'm not ready to play. I still have no idea what I'm doing. This baby is so fast and so playful. He just wants to go. Right, now that we've warmed up a little bit, one of the boys is going to show us some of the basic moves of a chapandaz, a Buzkashi player. I'm really excited for this. The move of a chapandaz is, and the most important one, actually the one that really only counts, is picking up stuff from the ground. Alright, how do we do that? It's really not as easy as it seems. All right, this is the one. This is the one. I can do it.
Oh my God!
Got it!
Yes! Yes!
After picking up the ball, let's call it that way, I had to learn how to throw it into a goal.
Again now!
Amazing! This is amazing! As the old saying goes, a chapandaz wasn't made in a day. Armed with my new appreciation for just how difficult this sport is, together with Reza, I headed back to Mazar-e-Sharif to witness a real game of Buzkashi. Honestly though, nothing could have prepared me for what would come next. Okay, I'm here at the Buzkashi game. It looks like I'm ready to play. I'm not, but I'm gonna go for a quick little ride. All right, let's go. All right. Whew. Okay, I think I'm gonna get off because it's only men here at this game and it's very much a men's game, so probably not a place for me to go on a casual horse ride. This is the warm-up. This is the moment where everybody gets to walk around the grounds with their horses, showing them off. That's for sure. You can see how people are trying to sort of figure out who's who, what's what, and which horse is going to win the game. There's so many here. I feel like this is going to be a really intense match. Okay, so here's the thing about Buzkashi. It's not played with a ball like most other team games. Buzkashi is played with the headless carcass of a goat. The goat carcass is up for grabs and the game begins. If you want any chance of winning, you have to be the first to grab the carcass and gallop away with it towards the goal. Watch the guy with 89 written on his shirt. That is insanity. That is pure insanity. Everybody crowding together with their horses around the carcass to start the game. Whew. So exciting. I remembered what Amin Ullah Beg had told me about emotions running really high at Buzkashi matches.
بوزکشی که دیگه بودی خون گرم میشه. در بوزکشی گرمه ای خون گرمه. خون که گرم آمد دیگه سری احساسات میشی. اگر گوساله را گرفته بیاری در لب جور یا کسی اسبی تا میزند از جور باج میکنه. تو اون وقت سری بسیار قهر میشی که اسب من چطوری زد از جور باج کرد که گوساله حلال میشه. در اون وقت تو قصد میکنی باید گره نمانه.
Alright, the winner just came over to claim his prize. This battle is fierce.
Each time the announcer and some horse owners and the merchants and some big persons from government or army or commanders, they announce some price. Maybe it starts from $10 to $500 maybe sometimes.
So you can probably imagine that in a country like Afghanistan, where the daily wage is something around $3 or $4, winning $100 or $200 or $500 for a single goal is a really big deal.
بخشیشی هم داره، هم مکافات داره و مجازات داره. اگر بعضی اسبایی هست که کدی لغت میزنه یا دن میگیره، ایره از میدان دور میکنن میگیره. بعضی چوپاندازایی هست که بد اخلاقی میکنه، جنگ میکنه، یک چیز میکنه با دور هم میدان میکشن میگن. در بوزکشی در ورزش چی که باشه اول اخلاق مهم است که اخلاق داشته باشه. باز در بوزکشی یک حوصله هم به کار است، صبر و حوصله هم کار است وقتی یعنی سیستمی بوزکشی یعنی قسم است.
I'm actually quite curious about the injuries. How often do they take place? And what kinds of injuries do people get?
وقتی که یک چوپانداز دیگه با اسب بزنشن میغلطن اوار میشن و
The most of the time when they got off from the horse, when they during the competition they hit each other by horse, they got off from the horse and they could become injured. But it has a regulation and the referee maybe announced about the fall. and stop the game. And these are the most common injuries. And sometimes maybe they mistakenly or by intention hit each other.
از کشور پولند 1000 افغانی جایزه داره. از بیرق دادن و یورپرسان مستحق جایزه شرکت.
Okay, we've just announced that I'll be giving away 1,000 Afghani to the next player who manages to put the goat in the goal.
کشور پولند 1000 جایزه داره. $20. $20 رو دلار بفهم مردم.
So they're announcing that Eva from Poland is giving away 1,000 Afghani to the next winner.
You know, this time, because Chapandas want to get prize from you, the competition is more tough for them. Look at them.
My Chapandas is here. It's a joker. This is definitely one of the roughest sports I've ever seen in my life, and it's rough for the riders because there's plenty of guys out here with broken noses and broken knuckles and fingers. It's rough for the horses as well, even though the horses are extremely well taken care of. You can see that they're strong and healthy animals. But yeah, it's wild, it's raw, it's a sport in a very, very pure and raw form that hasn't been changed for centuries.
Honestly, I had mixed feelings about Buzkashi when I saw the game in full swing. I watched the whips and the crashes and couldn't help but feel bad for the horses, despite knowing that they only play sometimes and otherwise enjoy extraordinary levels of care. My conclusion? Well, at the end of the day, we are merely guests passing through these lands, and I'm not sure if it's our place to judge another culture's customs without really examining our own first.